There are moments in life when something small and unexpected quietly changes the way someone sees you. Not through a dramatic event, not through something loud or obvious, but through a simple realization that reveals the depth of who you truly are. Sometimes another person notices a quality in you that you rarely talk about, something genuine and sincere that reflects your character, your heart, and the way you treat the world around you. And when someone who cares about you begins to see that side of you more clearly, their feelings can grow in ways they may not have expected before. Right now there may be someone thinking about you more deeply than usual. Something about you recently caught their attention in a way that made them pause and reflect. Perhaps it was the way you handled a difficult situation with patience, or the kindness you showed when someone needed support, or simply the honesty in your words when you spoke about something meaningful to you. These moments may seem ordinary to you, but to someone who is quietly observing your actions, they can reveal the kind of person you truly are. Often people believe that attraction grows only through big gestures or exciting moments, but the truth is that real connection usually grows through the small things. The way someone listens, the way they show respect, the way they remain genuine even when no one is watching. These are the qualities that build trust and admiration over time. When someone begins to notice these qualities in you, it can make their feelings grow stronger because they begin to see the depth behind your personality. Your soulmate, or someone who feels a deep connection with you, may have recently realized something about you that they had not fully understood before. Maybe they noticed how thoughtful you are when you speak to others, or how determined you are when you pursue something important to you. Perhaps they saw your ability to remain calm during a difficult moment, or your willingness to support the people around you without expecting anything in return. These qualities reveal a strength of character that often leaves a lasting impression. What makes this discovery meaningful is that it allows someone to see beyond the surface. When people truly begin to understand who you are, they start recognizing the qualities that make you unique. They begin to appreciate the depth of your personality, the sincerity of your intentions, and the quiet strength that shapes the way you move through life. Sometimes the person who feels this connection may not express their thoughts immediately. People often take time to process their feelings, especially when those feelings become deeper than they expected. They might reflect on conversations they had with you, moments you shared together, or even the way you made them feel understood without trying too hard. These reflections can gradually strengthen their appreciation for you. You may not even realize that your actions have had such an impact. Many people underestimate the influence they have on others simply by being genuine. When you act with kindness, honesty, and respect, those qualities naturally stand out to someone who is paying attention. Over time those observations can turn into admiration, and admiration can slowly grow into something deeper. Your soulmate may now be thinking about you differently than before. Not because you changed who you are, but because they finally noticed something that was always there. Sometimes people need a particular moment or realization to see what has been in front of them all along. What they discovered about you might not be a single action or event. It could be the overall way you carry yourself in life. Your attitude toward challenges, the compassion you show toward others, or the authenticity in the way you communicate. These qualities create a sense of trust and comfort that many people search for in a meaningful connection. Real emotional connection grows when someone feels that they can truly understand another person. When they feel that the person they care about is genuine, thoughtful, and emotionally present. These qualities often inspire deeper feelings because they create a sense of stability and sincerity in a relationship. It is possible that this realization has made your soulmate reflect on the potential of your connection. They may now see you as someone who brings positivity and balance into their life. Someone whose presence makes them feel understood and appreciated. These realizations can transform the way someone feels because they begin to imagine what a deeper bond with you could look like. Sometimes these moments of realization happen quietly and gradually. A person may simply find themselves thinking about you more often, remembering the details of conversations you shared, or feeling a sense of warmth whenever your name appears in their thoughts. These are subtle signs that their feelings have grown stronger because of what they recently understood about you. What matters most is that genuine connection is built on authenticity. When you remain true to yourself, you allow the right people to see the qualities that make you who you are. The people who truly value those qualities will naturally feel drawn to your presence because they recognize something meaningful in your character. The discovery your soulmate made about you may not change everything overnight, but it can deepen the way they feel and the way they see your connection. Sometimes a single realization can strengthen feelings in a way that slowly but surely brings two people closer together. Take a moment to reflect on the way you show up in the lives of others. The kindness you offer, the sincerity in your words, and the patience you show during difficult moments all contribute to the impression you leave on the people around you. These qualities often become the foundation of strong emotional connections. Sometimes the most powerful realizations in a connection happen quietly, without dramatic conversations or sudden confessions. A person simply begins to notice small details about someone they care about, and those details slowly reshape the way they feel. Your soulmate may have recently experienced one of those quiet moments of realization. It may have happened during a simple conversation, while remembering something you once said, or even while observing the way you treat the people around you. In that moment they saw something deeper about you, something genuine that revealed the kind of person you truly are, and that realization made their feelings grow stronger than before. What they discovered about you might not be something you intentionally showed. Sometimes the most beautiful parts of a person appear naturally in everyday moments. It could have been your patience when handling a difficult situation, your honesty when sharing your thoughts, or the way you offer kindness without expecting recognition. These qualities often reveal a depth of character that cannot be easily overlooked. When someone notices these traits in you, it can create a powerful sense of admiration. Because they begin to see the sincerity behind your personality. Your soulmate may now be reflecting on the moments you have shared together. Perhaps they remember a time when you offered support during a challenging situation, or when you listened carefully to something important to them. These moments may have seemed ordinary at the time, but to someone who values genuine connection, they carry deep meaning. They reveal that you are someone who pays attention, someone who cares, and someone who approaches relationships with sincerity. Often when feelings grow stronger, it is because a person realizes that the connection they share with someone is built on qualities that are rare and meaningful. In a world where many interactions remain superficial, genuine kindness and emotional presence stand out in a powerful way. Your soulmate may now understand that what makes you special is not just the way you speak or the way you appear, but the way you consistently show up in life with authenticity and heart. There is also something important about the way people grow emotionally through understanding. When someone begins to see the deeper layers of another person, their appreciation naturally becomes stronger. They begin to feel that their connection is not based on temporary attraction but on something more lasting and meaningful. This realization can create a sense of emotional security that encourages their feelings to deepen even further. At this moment, your soulmate may be thinking about the future in a way they did not before. Not necessarily planning every detail, but imagining the possibility of building something meaningful with someone who brings calm, sincerity, and understanding into their life. When people start to imagine that kind of connection, their feelings become more intentional. They begin to see the value of what they share with you and the potential it holds. What is interesting is that these realizations often happen gradually. A person might not even realize at first how much their feelings have grown. They simply find themselves thinking about you more often. They remember the way you spoke about something important to you, the way you smiled during a certain moment, or the way you encouraged them when they needed support. These memories slowly build a stronger emotional bond because they remind them of the qualities that make you unique. Your soulmate might also be recognizing how comfortable they feel when interacting with you. Comfort in a relationship is something that cannot be forced or created artificially. It grows naturally when two people feel understood and respected. When someone realizes that they can be themselves around you without fear of judgment, it creates a powerful emotional connection that often becomes the foundation of deeper feelings. Another reason their feelings may have grown stronger is because they noticed how you handle life's challenges. Everyone experiences moments of difficulty, but the way a person responds to those moments reveals a lot about their character. Your ability to remain thoughtful, patient, or determined during challenging situations may have shown them a side of you that inspired admiration. When someone sees that strength, it can make them appreciate you even more. Your soulmate may now be realizing that you possess qualities that are not easy to find. Genuine care, emotional maturity, honesty, and kindness are traits that many people search for in meaningful relationships. When someone recognizes these qualities in you, it naturally deepens their respect and affection because they begin to see how rare those traits truly are. It is also possible that this realization has made them more attentive to the connection you share. They may now pay closer attention to your words, your expressions, and the moments you spend together. When feelings become stronger, people naturally become more aware of the details that make a connection meaningful. However, even though their feelings may be growing stronger, they might still be processing these emotions internally. Not everyone immediately expresses what they feel. Some people take time to reflect, making sure they truly understand the depth of their emotions before speaking about them openly. During this time they may simply continue observing, appreciating, and quietly valuing the connection they share with you. The most important thing to remember is that genuine feelings grow through authenticity. When you remain true to who you are, the right people begin to recognize your value naturally. You do not need to force admiration or attention because the qualities that define you speak for themselves through your actions and the way you treat others. Your soulmate's discovery about you may feel small from the outside, but emotionally it can be very powerful. Sometimes a single realization about someone's character can change the way a person views the entire connection. It can transform simple interest into genuine admiration and admiration into deeper emotional attachment. As time moves forward, this deeper appreciation may continue to grow. The more they notice the qualities that define your character, the more they may realize how meaningful your presence has become in their life. These realizations often lead people to value their connection more intentionally. Take a moment to reflect on the qualities you bring into your relationships. The patience you show, the sincerity in your words, and the kindness in your actions are not small things. They are the very qualities that often inspire someone to see you as someone special. Your soulmate may now understand that what they discovered about you was not something new, it was something that had always been part of who you are. They simply reached the moment where they could finally see it clearly. Sometimes the most meaningful emotional shifts happen quietly inside someone's heart without the other person even realizing it. Your soulmate may have reached a moment where they suddenly understood something deeper about you, something that was always present but had not fully revealed its meaning until now. These realizations often come through reflection. A person begins thinking about certain moments they shared with you, remembering small details, conversations, or gestures that once seemed ordinary but now feel important. As they revisit those memories in their mind, a new understanding begins to form. They start realizing that what they feel toward you is not simply admiration or curiosity, but something stronger and more meaningful. Often when someone's feelings grow stronger, it happens because they begin to see consistency in another person's character. Anyone can appear kind or thoughtful for a moment, but when someone repeatedly demonstrates patience, honesty, and sincerity over time, those qualities begin to stand out. Your soulmate may now recognize that the way you act toward others reflects a genuine part of who you are. They may have noticed how you remain respectful during disagreements, how you support people without expecting praise, or how you stay true to your values even when situations become difficult. These observations slowly shape the way someone feels because they reveal the depth behind your personality. When someone begins to see another person clearly, their emotions often shift from simple attraction to deeper appreciation. Attraction may start with surface qualities like appearance or shared interests, but appreciation grows when someone recognizes the integrity, empathy, and strength within another person. Your soulmate may now be realizing that the qualities you carry are the type that create meaningful and lasting connections. This understanding can transform their perspective because they start to see you not only as someone they enjoy spending time with but as someone whose presence brings calm, balance, and sincerity into their life. Your soulmate might now be thinking more carefully about the moments you have shared together. Sometimes when people realize their feelings are growing stronger, they begin replaying past conversations in their mind. They remember the way you expressed your thoughts, the way you reacted during certain situations, and the way you made them feel understood. These memories begin to connect like pieces of a puzzle, forming a clearer picture of why their emotions toward you have become deeper. It is also possible that your soulmate recently observed a situation where you revealed a side of yourself they had not fully noticed before. Perhaps you showed compassion towards someone who needed support, or you handled a challenge with maturity and calmness. Moments like these can reveal qualities that inspire admiration because they demonstrate how a person behaves when life becomes complicated. When someone sees strength and kindness during those moments, it can leave a lasting impression. Another reason their feelings may have grown stronger is because they may now feel a sense of emotional safety around you. Emotional safety is one of the most important elements of a meaningful connection. It is the feeling that someone can express themselves honestly without fear of judgment. When people discover that they can be their true selves around someone, their trust naturally grows. Your soulmate may now realize that your presence makes them feel comfortable and accepted, which can deepen their emotional bond with you. There are also times when people discover something meaningful about another person simply through observation. Your soulmate may have been quietly paying attention to the way you interact with the world around you. They may have noticed your determination when pursuing something important, your ability to remain optimistic during difficult times, or the thoughtful way you treat those who cross your path. These observations can reveal a depth of character that is impossible to ignore. As their feelings grow stronger, your soulmate may also begin imagining what the future could look like if your connection continues to grow. This does not mean they are making immediate decisions or planning every detail, but they may find themselves considering the possibility of building something meaningful with you. When someone reaches this stage of reflection, it often means they recognize the value of the connection you share. Sometimes when feelings deepen, people become more attentive to the presence of the person they care about. Your soulmate may now notice small details about you that once passed unnoticed. They may pay closer attention to your words, the way you express your thoughts, or the subtle expressions that reveal your emotions. These small observations often strengthen emotional bonds because they show that someone genuinely values your presence. It is also possible that your soulmate has recently realized that you bring a sense of balance into their life. Certain people have a calming influence on others simply through the way they communicate and interact. Your ability to remain thoughtful, patient, or encouraging may have created a space where they feel understood and supported. When someone experiences that kind of connection, it often becomes very meaningful. At the same time, they may still be taking time to understand their feelings fully. Not everyone expresses their emotions immediately when they realize something important about their connection with another person. Some individuals prefer to reflect quietly before sharing their thoughts. During this period they may simply continue appreciating the connection while allowing their feelings to develop naturally. The discovery your soulmate made about you may have reminded them that genuine connections are rare and valuable. In a world where many interactions remain superficial, finding someone who expresses sincerity, kindness, and emotional presence can feel special. This realization may have strengthened their desire to protect and nurture the connection you share. What makes this moment meaningful is that it reflects the power of authenticity. When you remain true to who you are, the right people eventually recognize your value. You do not need to change yourself to earn admiration because genuine qualities reveal themselves naturally over time. Your soulmate's realization about you may not be something dramatic or sudden, but emotionally it can be very powerful. Sometimes the smallest discoveries about someone's character create the strongest emotional impact because they reveal something real and lasting. As their understanding of you grows, their feelings may continue deepening in quiet ways. They may find themselves appreciating your presence more, valuing your conversations more, and recognizing how much your character adds to the connection you share. Take a moment to reflect on the qualities you carry within yourself. The sincerity in your actions, the kindness in your interactions, and the patience you show during difficult moments are all powerful expressions of who you are. These qualities often leave a lasting impression on the people who truly pay attention. Your soulmate may now understand that what they discovered about you was not just a single moment but a reflection of your character. And sometimes when someone realizes that they have found someone genuine, their feelings naturally grow stronger because they know that kind of connection is rare. Sometimes the most meaningful realizations about love and connection do not arrive in loud or dramatic ways. They appear quietly within someone's thoughts when they begin to understand the value of another person more deeply than before. Your soulmate may now be experiencing one of those quiet moments of realization. After reflecting on the moments you have shared, the conversations you have had, and the way you carry yourself in everyday situations, they may have discovered something about your character that made them see you differently. Not differently in a distant way, but differently in a deeper way, the kind of realization that strengthens feelings and makes someone appreciate another person more than they did before. What they discovered about you may not be a single action or a single moment. Often these realizations come from observing patterns over time. Your soulmate may have noticed how you consistently treat others with respect, how you remain calm in situations where others might react impulsively, or how you show understanding when someone around you needs support. These qualities can quietly reveal the depth of a person's character. When someone sees those qualities repeated again and again, it creates a sense of admiration that goes beyond simple attraction. Your soulmate might now be reflecting on how comfortable they feel when they interact with you. True comfort in a connection is something that develops naturally when two people feel safe being themselves around one another. When someone realizes they can express their thoughts honestly without fear of being misunderstood, their emotional connection often becomes stronger. You may not even realize it, but your presence may have created that sense of calm and trust for them. There is something powerful about feeling understood. Many people move through life hoping to find someone who truly listens to them, someone who values their thoughts and feelings rather than simply hearing their words. Your soulmate may have recently realized that you are that kind of person. The way you respond in conversations, the way you show interest in what others say, and the way you offer thoughtful perspectives may have made them feel seen and appreciated. Sometimes when someone discovers these qualities in another person, their feelings begin to deepen in ways they did not expect. They may begin to think about you more often, not because they are trying to force those thoughts, but because their mind naturally returns to the moments that made them feel connected with you. These reflections often create a stronger emotional bond because they remind someone of the qualities that make your presence meaningful in their life. Your soulmate may now be noticing small details about you that they once overlooked. Perhaps they remember the way you express encouragement when someone doubts themselves, or the way you maintain honesty even when it would be easier to remain silent. These small details reveal integrity, and integrity is one of the most admired qualities a person can have. When someone recognizes that kind of sincerity in another person, it often strengthens their feelings because they see the authenticity behind the connection. Another reason their feelings may have grown stronger is because they may now recognize how much positivity you bring into their life. Some people naturally create an atmosphere where others feel calm, motivated, or understood. Your attitude, your perspective, or your ability to find meaning in situations may have influenced the way they see the world around them. When someone realizes that another person's presence improves their emotional well-being, their appreciation for that connection often becomes deeper. It is also possible that your soulmate has begun to imagine the potential of what your connection could become in the future. This does not necessarily mean they are planning every step ahead, but they may now see you as someone whose values align with their own. When people begin to notice shared values such as kindness, respect, and honesty, they often feel that a connection has the potential to grow into something meaningful and lasting. At the same time, your soulmate may still be processing their emotions quietly. Not everyone expresses their feelings immediately when they realize something important about someone they care about. Some people prefer to take time to reflect and understand their emotions before sharing them openly. During this time they may simply continue observing, appreciating, and valuing the connection that exists between you. What matters most is that genuine feelings grow naturally when two people connect through authenticity. When you remain true to who you are, you allow others to see the qualities that define your character. The people who truly value those qualities will naturally feel drawn toward you because they recognize something real in your presence. Your soulmate's realization about you may feel subtle, but emotionally it can be very significant. Sometimes a single understanding about someone's character can change the way a person views the entire connection. It can transform admiration into deeper emotional attachment and inspire someone to appreciate the bond you share even more. As time continues, this deeper understanding may strengthen the way they feel about you. The more they notice the sincerity in your words, the patience in your actions, and the kindness in the way you treat others, the more they may realize that you are someone whose presence brings something valuable into their life. Take a moment to reflect on the qualities you naturally express. The honesty you carry in your conversations, the empathy you show in difficult situations, and the respect you offer to others are powerful parts of who you are. These qualities often speak louder than words, and the people who truly see them will always recognize their value. Your soulmate may now understand that the connection they feel with you is meaningful because it is built on authenticity and trust. When someone realizes that another person's character aligns with the kind of relationship they hope to build, their feelings often become stronger because they see the potential for something genuine and lasting. If this message resonates with you, comment, "True love grows with understanding." Like this video if you believe genuine qualities create stronger connections, and subscribe for more messages about love, reflection, and meaningful relationships.